99% of founders hit the exact same walls. They think they're the only ones who can actually sell the products. That was me until I built a sales team that closed over $100 million in sales in a single year without me ever getting on the calls. No rock stars, zero micromanaging, no years of trial and error. Just one system that turns average reps into consistent closers. In this video, I'll break down step by step so you can scale yourself out of the sales process as well. Point 1, the founder trap. Most founders start out the exact same way. You are the sales team. You know the product, you believe in it, and you can close more deals because nobody's more motivated than you are. But here's the trap. When you try to step away, everything stalls. 3 biggest mistakes I see founders make. 1, they hired one experienced salesperson and expect them to figure it out. They think sales is just about personality and hustle, so they under-train the sales rep. And worst of all, they believe their team's underperforming because they're lazy. Let me be clear. It's not laziness. The real problem is you're the bottleneck. If every deal needs your magic touch, then the business can't grow without you chained to the sales calls. What changed everything for me was a mindset shift. Realizing sales isn't about finding unicorn closers. You can't do that. It's about building a system that anyone can follow. Point number 2, the $100 million system. Here's where most founders get stuck. They've sold successfully themselves, but teaching others a totally different ballgame. Sales training off the shelf usually doesn't work because it's too generic. What you need is a repeatable system. My system had 3 simple parts. A simple step-by-step process for every stage of the sale. Tools and scripts that reps could pick up on day 1. A feedback loop to keep improving the system, not just the people. The biggest mistake is hiring first, then trying to create structure. You need the system before the people. I sat down one weekend, documented exactly how I sold from first touch to close, and then ran through what I call the dummy test. If you don't take this time to kind of go through your process and figure out exactly what you are experiencing from soup to nuts, the entire thing, you're really not interested in getting better, and you're definitely not interested and replicating sales in your team. When I took this time to diagnose and dissect every part of my sales process, it changed the game for my sales team. Once you run it through the dummy test, it simply means this, that anyone with no background can pick this up and follow it. And yes, I knew it worked. And once I had that in place, I could confidently bring on reps who didn't need to be superstars. That was the magic. We're all trying to find the next superstar. What if we could just plug them in and roll? They just had to follow the system. This brings us to point number 3, hiring the right people. This might surprise you, but sales experience was one of the least important things I looked for. I know that sounds crazy to you, but that's the truth. Instead, I focused on 5 traits: coachability, work ethic, resilience, curiosity, and alignment with our values. Those things at scale, repeatable, lights out. Because if they had those 5, the system could handle the rest. My interview process was unconventional. Instead of long resume reviews, I'd run through what I call a service test. Basically, I'd put them in a scenario where they had to listen, ask questions, and show me how they'd serve the prospect. That told me way more than their job history. I barely even looked at the resumes. When it comes to sales, I could care less about the resume. When I interview you, you're going to show me what I need to know. From there, onboarding was all about immersion. The system in place, new hires could get to their first closed deals within 7 days. If you're a founder and you're still the main person closing deals, I can help you build a sales team that works without you. I've helped dozens of businesses just like yours get their time back while growing their revenue. Click the link in the description to book a free strategy call where we'll map out exactly what your sales team should look like. Point 4, the accountability framework. Even with the right hires and a strong system, most sales teams fall apart because there's no real accountability. What worked for us was a super simple huddle that we did every single day. We would go through every single phase of the sales process, from leads all the way down to closes, what took place the day before, and how we set realistic targets, and we coached each other based on our victories and our failures. And we created what a success path actually looked like day to day, which was extremely motivating for every single individual that was in the meeting, because they were learning from one another. And we realized, hey, you might have a great day today, I might have a great day tomorrow. And we would build each other up in a daily meeting that we huddled around, and we talked about what it took to win the day. One big mistake founders make: setting up CRMs wrong. They track too much data nobody actually uses. Your CRM should be built around accountability, the exact actions that lead to sales, not vanity metrics. And finally, we did weekly reviews, not just looking at numbers, but coaching, spotting slumps before they became a problem, and keeping the energy high. You can't imagine the power of spotting a slump before it actually turns into one and helping people remind themselves of what their excellence looks like. Point 5, scaling beyond yourself. This is where the real freedom comes in. The first step was promoting a sales manager from within, someone who knew the system and lived it. That way, I wasn't the one running the daily accountability anymore. Then I tracked 3 metrics to know when it was time to hire more reps. Lead flow, rep capacity, close rate. Massive. When those numbers lined up, I knew we could scale without chaos. That is absolutely the key. We also built a culture where top performers wanted to stay, not through gimmicks, but through recognition, growth opportunities, and compensation structure that rewarded the right behaviors. Because here's the truth. Most commission plans backfire. They encourage short-term wins instead of long-term relationships. I don't know why they build them this way. Ours was designed to align reps with the company's bigger vision. And finally, I knew I was ready to step away completely when the team was closing deals at the same or better rate than I ever did. We created so many top hungry producers that wanted more, that found a way to do it without me, that scaled better than me, bigger than me, better than me. That's what you're looking for. That's the type of skill set that you're going to be able to ascertain following these videos. That's when you know you've built a true sales machine. Imagine never being chained to sales calls again while your team keeps closing millions upon millions without you. That's what I build for founders every day. If you're ready to step out of the grind and scale past 7 and even 8 figures, click the link below, book your free strategy call, and let's design the sales machine that makes you unstoppable.